Now, next thing, the taxes. I mean, in reality, corporate tax is what, 35% for this country?
Which is a lot.
Which is, because let's be honest, I mean, as much as people would like to say, punish the rich, take from the rich, they whatever, right? Because they have more money.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, and what I try to explain to people is that successful businesses and business people, when having to pick between loyalty and profit, or your family and profit, they're always going to pick profit.
Of course, they run their business. They need to make money.
Exactly, and there's two types of people that actually create jobs, and that's it. That's it. Two people. The first one, wealthy people becoming wealthier, wanting to become wealthier, and then the second group is poor people wanting to become rich.
Yeah.
These are the two that create jobs. So if you really want to create jobs, and you have to basically do tax write-offs. You have to lower that corporate tax. You have to get rid of the useless legislation, because there is different like restrictions and different things that are required because we want to take care of our earth.
Right.
But it's the really costly ones that make no sense, that are the ones we have to get rid of, because they're just costing these companies, and they're going, okay, I want to make profit, but you're going to punish me, so I'm going to go with China, or I'm going to go with Mexico.
True. And we don't want to do those to those corporations. I mean, we have already seen a lot of companies shut down, a lot of companies merged. I mean, it's real bad, I think, today. 8 years ago, when I was running a computer business, I had a choice between all kinds of companies in the United States. I could go anywhere and pick the parts, and eventually a lot of them shut down. I mean, we're pretty much down to Best Buy and maybe a Newegg now, a few places where you can buy, maybe a few more. But I think we in just one category, one area. But a lot of them look at airlines, same story there. I mean, we need to let them breathe and generate the profit, because they will eventually generate the job. Everybody will be happy.
Exactly, and then obviously one of the things that I like about him is that he also wants to decrease the taxes of middle class and lower class, which is great, because in reality, and if you study economics, they've always had this concept that to determine a country's success, you have to have a larger middle class.
Right.
And that's how you determine that a country was growing and truly successful. I have broken it down a little bit further. To judge a country's success is by the determination of their quality of life. For instance, if you go to countries like, my wife is from Colombia, as you know, a lot of them, they go around and they travel a lot, they eat out a lot, they drink a lot. And having served in the Navy for 8 years and been to 25 sovereign nations, I can tell you a lot of countries do this. They may not be as rich as the United States as far as capital and gross domestic product, but when you look at the average person, I mean, they're living their life. The average American is not living their life. They're waking up, they're going to work, they're getting off work, they're fighting with their spouses, they're getting divorces, they're stressed all the time, they're, in debt. You see, that's the key. When you have such a high debt ratio, that means that, you're obviously not doing something successful at this point. So getting money back into the people's hands so they can get rid of those debts and start living the way that they want, traveling and doing what they want to do, taking those weekend trips, living where they want to live, doing what they want to do. That's how you're going to determine if a country is truly successful, in which I would have to argue that Colombia is a lot more successful as a country.